Who said all cartoons had to be warm and fuzzy? Welcome to WatchMojo.com, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 controversial animated films.
Tom, the devastating impact of the Canadian duo can also be seen with their new hit song, Shut Your F***ing Face, Uncle F***er.
Before we begin, we publish new videos every day, so be sure to subscribe for more great content. For this list, we're ranking the animated films that earned critical or commercial controversy, either due to their content or for some behind-the-scenes naughtiness. We won't be considering anime for this list, however, as those films deserve to be separately appraised.
Frank, Brenda, come on, are you guys gonna weigh in here? I mean, whose side are you on?
Number 10, Batman: The Killing Joke.
And money? Not a problem. Not anymore.
One might think that an R-rated animated adaptation of Alan Moore and Brian Boland's graphic novel would be well received by fans of Gotham's Caped Crusader. Unfortunately, the end results of this 2016 effort were met with a large amount of controversy, thanks to a half-hour prologue that many fans felt ruined the film. Here, Barbara Gordon's Batgirl is written into a sexual relationship with Batman, which was never part of the original source material. This, combined with an overall feeling that Batgirl was nothing less than an overly sexualized plot device, left fans cold for what could have otherwise been a great DC animated movie.
What do you mean?
Number 9, Dumbo.
Why, what a temper.
What did I do? Oh, tell me, did I say anything?
Time has a way of putting things in perspective, and many generations view older films through a completely unique set of eyes. Dumbo is a classic slice of Disney nostalgia that is regarded today as one of the company's most lovable properties. Still, there was a time when that cute little elephant caused some controversy, specifically with one memorable scene. Some parents thought that the scene where Dumbo and Timothy Mouse accidentally get drunk and see hallucinatory pink elephants was promoting youth substance abuse.
Why, your mother's gonna be so proud of you. I'm gonna be proud of you, too. The whole circus is gonna be proud of you. Now, what do you think of that? Swallow it.
Other critics in the years since Dumbo's release have challenged that the film's crow characters represent African American stereotypes, proving that not everyone sees a movie in the exact same light.
Did you ever see an elephant fly?
Well, I seen a horse fly.
I seen a dragon fly.
I seen a house fly.
Number 8, Pocahontas.
Here, let me help you out of there.
The points of contention behind the next film on our list aren't so much based around its creative merit, but rather how it decided to rewrite history. Disney's Pocahontas took some serious liberties with its source material. Liberties that some critics claimed defeated the purpose of making a historically based feature.
It would have been better if we'd never met. None of this would have happened.
The real-life Pocahontas wasn't much older than 10 when she met John Smith in 1607, and there was no love story. Instead, a teenage Pocahontas was kidnapped years later by a different set of colonists, where she was converted to Christianity, changed her name to Rebecca, and married a man named John Rolfe. Romantic, huh?
You look beautiful.
Number 7, Wizards.
The trouble with you, my brother, is that you've always been too good.
Ralph Bakshi is an animation legend, writing and directing a number of stone-cold classics for the medium. His films were always unique, complex, and controversial, with this 1977 gem serving as no exception. Wizards might be one of Bakshi's most critically appreciated films, despite the fact that the picture doesn't shy away from showcasing violence, bloodshed, and nudity within its content. Wizards also utilized Nazi imagery to drive home its themes of war, suffering, and the dangers of propaganda. All this makes it an animated film that's both beautiful and difficult to watch.
Attention! Leaders of tomorrow's master race!
Number 6, Sausage Party.
And nothing awful happens to us in the great beyond. Kiss my brownish yellow ass!
Sausage Party wasn't the first R-rated animated film, but it's considered by many to be the first of the CG animated age to receive such a distinction. It was also the subject of controversy on a number of fronts, including behind-the-scenes reports that animators were forced to work overtime without pay. Sources also claimed that these animators faced blacklisting should they not comply with demands put upon them by the co-director Greg Tiernan. 36 of these employees went on to be uncredited on the film's final cut. Additionally, Sausage Party faced pushback from audiences and critics due to its sexual content, particularly in France, where it was unbelievably released with a 12 rating, meaning kids can watch it legally.
Once you see that shit, it'll f*** you up for life. Good luck!
Number 5, Coonskin.
I heard that 350 of you white folks committed suicide by jumping off of the Golden Gate Bridge.
Ralph Bakshi makes another appearance on our list. Spoiler alert, it won't be the last. This time with a 1975 film that's clearly one of his most controversial, since it's on here. Bakshi often dealt with the politics of race and violence in his films, and Coonskin touches upon both of these and more as it mixes animation and live action to tell a gritty tale of organized crime.
We got the whole neighborhood, man!
Bakshi's film was accused of being racist, and it was protested by a number of high-profile African-American civil rights groups. Coonskin has since been reappraised by many for its powerful social satire, yet there's no denying that Bakshi's film pushes every button it can at every turn. Number 4. South Park, bigger, longer, and uncut.
I'm getting pretty sick of him calling my mom. Well, cause mom's a bitch, she's a big fat bitch, she's the biggest bitch in the whole wide world. She's a stupid bitch, and everyone's a bitch, she's a bitch to all the boys and girls.
South Park creators Trey Parker and Matt Stone are no strangers to controversy. Indeed, the pair seems to relish fighting censorship as often as possible, and it was a reaction to censorship that eventually led to the next film on our list. South Park, Bigger, Longer, and Uncut was the feature-length film debut for the Comedy Central's hit series, a musical masterpiece that nevertheless fought heavy criticism every step of the way.
Hey, don't call me fat, you
Eric, did you just say the F word?
Parker and Stone nearly had to deal with an NC-17 rating for their film until a last-minute R was finally given by the MPAA. The pair would have the last laugh, however, as the South Park movie would be a hit.
Get out of here, Ike. You're too young for this stuff.
Number 3. Watership Down.
Men have always hated us.
No. They just destroyed the Warren because we were in their way.
It's not entirely alien for an animated feature to possess frightening and intense imagery, material that may prove too intense for young children. Watership Down was something else entirely, however, an animated classic that nevertheless scarred the childhoods of many after its release in 1978. This animated take on Richard Adams' celebrated novel earned controversy from some parents and critics due to its scenes of realistic horror and violence.
Runs blocked with dead bodies. We couldn't get out.
The film, which follows a group of rabbits in search of a new home, was rated an equivalent of G in its native England, but even the country's BBFC admitted in 2012 that perhaps Watership Down deserved something a bit stronger as a result of subsequent complaints.
Run! Run for your lives!
Number 2. Song of the South.
Out of it, zippity-doo-dah, zippity-yay. My, oh my, what a wonderful day.
If you're a Disney fan, then you've probably heard of this infamous film from their vault. Song of the South was released in 1946 as a mixture of live action and animation, and recounts a set of African-American folktales known as the Uncle Remus stories. The film's source material takes place after the American Civil War, but this is never explicitly mentioned within the final narrative, leaving many to criticize Song of the South as diminishing or glorifying slavery.
I was laughing because they're exactly the words that old Brer Rabbit used the time that he lit out from his briar patch.
A complete version of the film has yet to be released on home video in the US, although Song of the South enjoys uncut VHS and Laserdisc releases in Europe, Asia, and Latin America.
Don't you know you can't run away from trouble?
Before we name our number 1 pick, here are a few honorable mentions.
Yeah, we'll do your wife.
No, I want to watch TV.
Number 1, Fritz the Cat.
I ain't no jive-ass black nigga, honey.
We've mentioned the legacy of Ralph Bakshi more than once already, but this is the film that first raised eyebrows and made him a household name for adult animation. Fritz the Cat was based on a comic strip by Robert Crumb and introduced Bakshi's fearless and brazen style to the masses. The title character may seem cute and cuddly, but the film was actually rated X for its frank and often raunchy dealings with sex, politics, and philosophy.
You get over here, and you get down there like that. And now you blonde, you get under here. That's right.
This didn't stop audiences from flocking to Fritz, however, with the final worldwide box office totaling about $90 million against an $850,000 budget. To paraphrase the original poster, it wasn't rated X for nothing, baby.
All the stuff to see, and all the kicks, and all the girls are out there.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out these other great clips from WatchMojo and subscribe for new videos every day.